What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of It's Not Just My Squat Face That Is Ugly. Today we have a preparatory day, a pre-loading for the rest of the week because we got a pretty heavy week coming up. So before we get into what we're doing today, I got a question for you guys. We all know that horoscopes are BS. We all know that like reading the tea leaves is BS. Reading the bones, bada bing, bada boom. Why has there not been a culture that assesses how well your day is going to go based on your morning poop? That's asking the real questions here. But we got our breakfast today. We've got 2 bagels, 188 grams of 96.4 beef, 3 eggs, and 2 slices of American cheese. And this guy, we're not eating this one. He's just here for moral support because he's our little guy. Buddy walk. What's up, handsome? Buddy walk. Being a large mammal, a large mammalian thing that exists on this world is a fine balance between going to the store every day and going to the store every other day. So we have run out of Fairlife fat-free milk, and we've been out of Fairlife fat-free milk since Friday. Thursday, today is Sunday. I'm thinking my weeks start on Sunday instead of Monday, ever since my coach yelled at me for not having someone center me when I could easily have someone center me on a bar for squats. So we're on our way to our local grocery store, Walmart, and we got to pick up some things because we've run out of not just Fairlife fat-free milk, we also ran out of our sauce. Now, normally I get Prego traditional sauce, but as of late, because I'm very, very poor, instead of spending like $10 on a jug of Prego traditional, I make my own sauce, and instead of, it's like half the price. And also I can make sure I know what's inside of it. So if you find yourself in a situation where you are very poor, or you find yourself in a situation where you want to save money on food or make sure that the food you're eating is healthier, there's a general rule of thumb that you can follow that I learned from what was his name? Bobby Summers, who toured with Stan Efferding when he was doing the whole, I think it was like 50 days and 50 seminars back in either I think it was 2020, just at the start of the pandemic. And he said the more you have to do to something, generally the cheaper it is. So a block of cheese, like 8 ounces of a block of cheese, is cheaper than an 8-ounce bag of shredded cheese. But also, in addition to that, you don't have the anti-clumping agents in your block of cheese. So you've got more control over what you have in your blocks of cheese, in your cheese consumption, than you do any other time. Now, I am not brave enough to make my own cheese. Not at all. So I'm completely fine with having my processed cheese product, American Kraft Singles cheese, with my regular breakfast sandwiches in the morning. And I'm fine with having some regular mozzarella when I have my pasta with meat sauce. And I have been debating concurrently making my own pasta. The problem is storage and time, because I don't have a lot of time on my hand. You'd think that being unemployed, I'd have a lot of time on my hands, but you find a way to fill that time, and it's not full of just porn and video games. I'm rarely home. It's literally just, I wake up, I eat, I take Buddy for a walk, I either program or edit a video, and then I eat again. Well, today I'm not programming or editing a video. I'm going to the store to pick up things that I need to purchase in order to continue my streak of good days being a good boy, because Daddy is a very good boy. That is the goal. Be the person your dog thinks you are, because I'm super cool. And then I eat, go train, and then Uber Eats. So I actually work 7 days a week, 6 hours a day minimum. That comes out to 42 hours, but 3 days a week I work 10 to 14 hours. So minus 18 hours from that 42, that's 20. Damn it. What was it? 24 hours plus 30, so 54 hours, somewhere between 54 and 70, because your boy's economy is not using lube. It's not a very good time to be unemployed, as if any time is a good time to be unemployed. And I do refuse to use government anything, because I don't suckle teats unless it's on Muscle Mommies or your mom. It's basically like loan sharking, except more involved in my mind, so I don't do it. I just make sure that I have some sort of income, and that income until my new job starts is Uber Eats, which does not pay very well. Yesterday I worked 8 hours and made $30 for reference, and yes, that is an illegal amount of money for working, but they get around it because it's technically contract work, and every single delivery is a contract technically, so they don't have to provide benefits, they don't have to take taxes out, they don't have to do they don't have to follow wage laws because it's contract work. Similar to waitresses, where they can make the waitress wages are like $4 an hour because they can prove that tips bring them over that. But yeah, it's the current economy is pretty predatory for people trying to scrape by. The desperate jobs like Uber Eats, I don't want to say waitressing is desperate, but like you hear the stereotype of actors in California going to Hollywood, not being able to, or not with acting yet, but waitering and waitressing until they get their big break, that kind of deal. So I guess it is kind of a desperate job, but no. But yeah, we have to double down on our finances right now, because I just bought new tires for my car, and that was $800. That it was unexpected. And then Buddy is now allegedly, he might have allergies, which is $275 yesterday. And if that worked, then it's gonna they're gonna determine how often he has to get his allergy shots. So that'll be, I'm not going to that grocery store. My roommate could have covered that, but she didn't, which is weird because she works full time and I don't. I mean, dealing with people. You know, I'm nervous for my new job when it starts up, because I know that there is at least one skill set that I do not have that will be very important for the job, and that is having the patience to deal with stupid people. Now, I've worked in retail. I had to work with stupid people, but only in like 10-minute increments. My last job, I had to work with stupid people for hours on end. And that gets you to a breaking point. That gets you to a breaking point, especially when it's nepotism that causes people to be stupid people to go into stupid positions. At one point, the boss's daughter and nephew were getting trained by me at the same time, and I was like, one of you does not have the brain cell today, fuck y'all. And I got in trouble. It wasn't part of my job description. But you can only have so much negativity in one day. What's done is done. We are approaching our Walmart, and I've been rambling for way too long. Y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed my ADHD ping-ponging of thoughts that went on there. There was probably at least one cohesive thought. If you guys captured it, congratulations, because I sure as hell didn't. But I'll show you guys what I get, and I don't even have an internal list. I'm kind of screwed. I don't have a plan now that I'm here. Cool. Awesome. Good job, Patrick. I got a bandana. Because something they don't tell you when you shave your head is your hair doesn't stop all the sweat from getting in your eyes anymore. I do have to refold this because I just did it in my car. But it's a thing. It's a thing. But we picked up 2 things of Fairlife milk, 1 thing of coffee creamer, Walmart brand Cinnamon Toast Crunch, bandana. Was there anything else? It was a total of $27. I think that was it. I got a, hey, could you pick this up from the store text? And they were out of bags of ice, so I didn't get that. And I thought about getting a coffee maker because I'm tired of using my landlord's coffee maker because I don't want to see them anymore. So, am I just petty? Nah, that's fine. You gotta stick up for yourself. But we're gonna go home, we're gonna eat, and then we're gonna go to the gym. Bada bing, bada boom. Show me your boobs. Alright, yes, I did retie this, and it is now smaller. You can see the top of my head now. But we've got a pre-training meal in the bowl. We've got chocolate frosted flakes, Choco Frosto Flakes. Frosted Flakes chocolate milkshake with 16 ounces of Fairlife fat-free milk. Now, I did just purchase new bag of Walmart brand Cinnamon Toast Crunch. But I have these chocolate frosted flakes. And these chocolate frosted flakes are more mid than a sorority girl in her senior year of college looking for a grad school program to avoid the reality that they have no marketable skills because they spent their entire time in college partying and being a frequent flyer on the Plan B, looking to see if Amazon had like 10% off if you order recurring auto deliver kind of deal going on there. Yeah, that's how mid this chocolate cereal is, because chocolate cereal is just companies telling you that as long as it has some sort of chocolate on it, you can eat cardboard, and that's all chocolate cereal is. If it did not make this milk chocolatey, no one would eat chocolate cereal. That's the only good characteristic of chocolate cereal. If you think chocolate cereal is good, you're mid too. But I'm gonna eat this meal. Spikes the insulin, so we have that nice response, insulin response during training, and we're gonna get big, we're gonna get yoked, and your mom's gonna love me again. I got milk at the store. Don't tell her I didn't bring it back yet. I have to earn her love again. I'll see you with the next part of this meal. 50 grams of protein. Why is this on my... Why is it my shaker cup? Whatever. Suck it up, buttercup. It was like out of the side of my eye. I saw myself. I thought Duck Dynasty. And never seen the show. But this could be more like Jacked Dynasty. Except I'm not having children, so it's like it won't be a dynasty. Just a monarchy where I'm the king. So my roommate cut the sleeves off this shirt for me. I wanted cat Dolph. I got this shirt for free with a purchase of supplements. And I asked for no traps to be present. No traps are present. I asked for no lats to be present. Lats are not present. But we are dangerously close to having full-blown nipplage 24/7. It's I mean, it's a 2XL. So the fact that I can get it on and it doesn't suck, that's something. And we are off to the gym like a herd of turtles. That's what I usually say, isn't that? We've got a preparatory day, a preloading PIP, PIR, whatever, the fancy shenanigan bullshit. Labels this day as a loading day. I don't know. Not a loading day. Those are weeks. I don't know. And I know I say it every video, but we've gotten a lot of new people to the community from my increased presence in the YouTube shorts. A lot of the shorts I post are very, very similar. They are the exact same videos that I post on my Instagram, just with different sounds, because like I spend way too much time on Instagram Reels, and I have a lot of unhinged sounds that I have access to, because whenever I'm like, this is a messed up sound, I end up using it in a video and I save it. But what we got today, this loading day, there's no squat, there's no bench, there's no deadlift. Actually, I don't even know if there's legs. It's more of like a back and shoulders, maybe a little bit of pec job going on. But we've got reverse grip lat pull down. We've got head supported rear delt flies supersetted with hex dumbbell push-ups, where you put I've got hex dumbbells at my gym, so we just throw those on the ground and we do push-ups on them. It increases the range of motion a little bit because you're propped up on whatever size the dumbbells are. The bigger the dumbbells, the more extension to the range of motion it is. It also sets your grip in whichever way that you set them up. Very good for things. I find that I get the best chest stretch from those. And then we've got incline dumbbell bench. This is a superset of a movement with itself, where we're doing 1 by 20 and then 6 count eccentric set, or not set, but like 6. So we've got, I don't remember if it's 3 or 4. I always have to check every single training day, because even though I've been doing this exact same day every single week since the Ghost Clash 3, we may have had a different lat pull down at one point, but I believe this is the exact same day that we've had. And trying to spice things up for you guys is like trying to count the pubes on your one night stand while she's sleeping and she didn't make you a grilled cheese sandwich, because if you allow your one night stand to cook for you, you might actually fall in love with them, and that's not what you want. But also it's like a catch-22, boys, because if she's good at cooking, it's like, some of the things you did last night you probably wouldn't have done, and now you're starting to develop feelings for this person because they're good at cooking and they're fulfilling their role in your household that your mom didn't fulfill because she sucks at cooking, and your dad just ordered takeout every time that he was told to cook. So yeah, frozen chicken nuggets only get you so far in life. So if you get your girl to make you a grilled cheese after you shaboink them, and she comes out with the greatest grilled cheese you've ever had, and somehow she has tomato soup with it, and you're like, damn, I did not have cans of tomato soup. And she's like, yeah, but you had ketchup, and I'm a real good fucking chef. And then you're like, I don't have a ring, but will you marry me? And then you've known this girl for what, 3 hours, and you're already engaged because she's really desperate, because she's got unfulfilled daddy issues that she's been hiding from you. She was gonna tell you about it in like 4 weeks, but all of her exes know about it, and she didn't rope them in, and now you're kind of stuck with the crazy one. She probably wore tails back in high school, but she can make a real good grilled cheese and tomato soup. What was I talking about before? Something about training day. I don't recall. But after the dumbbell incline bench, 20 plus 6, we've got not rear delt flies, chest supported 0 acceleration dumbbell rows. And we've got every single back movement we've got on program. We're supposed to use straps because you don't want the limiting factor in the development and growth of your back to be your grip, and you kind of address your grip differently than you do in back movements. And I train my grip by not using straps on back exercises. No, you train your grip by deadlifting heavy as fuck and jerking off a lot. And yeah. And then after that, we've got dumbbell curls, 3x20, 30 seconds rest. And then we follow that up with a 3x8 dumbbell curls with 2 minutes rest. So we're gonna get a thick and juicy bicep pump. And I have to remember to put parental controls on my phone so that I don't get distracted in between sets. It really bothers me when white collar people buy trucks, because it's like, you don't need a truck. You don't do truck things. You're not hauling lumber. Like blue collar people, they need trucks. White collar people suck at driving, and they just get the biggest car they can because they've got small penises. I drive a Honda Civic because I also have a small penis, but I've accepted my small penis. Anyways, ooh, please tell me you're going to the gym. Nope, she's going to the supermarket. Never mind. Anyways, I gotta put parental locks on my phone so I don't get distracted with Instagram every time that I am not doing something, because that would be detrimental to my time. Do I have any more thoughts? No, but you're going to hear some more word vomit in like 2 seconds when I give you the rundown as to how my day went, because I'm going to do it and then tell you. My brain works sometimes, I swear. Yeah, buddy, boys! We had ourselves a preloading day. And so, if I were to describe this preloading day in a set of words that is overly extended, contrived, and probably a little bit too long to be describing a singular object, it would be, remember when Lily from How I Met Your Mother was in American Pie, and the whole movie she's talking about, remember that time at band camp? That time at band camp? And you're like, wow, this chick is the most innocent chick ever. And then at the end of the movie, she's like, yeah, basically all band camp is a bunch of teenagers fucking. And you're like, oh, well, band camp ain't that innocent anymore, is it? Now, I was in the high school band, and our band camp wasn't a stay overnight band camp, so nobody was fucking. I did finger my ex at one of them, but that's about all you can do when you're running away from responsibilities in high school. So, actually it was twice, but same one too. 2 different years. Anyways, so today's training day, I expect it to be kind of stinky poo-poo doo-doo. Whereas like, well, we're going through the motions. We're not trying to tax our CNS. It's like we're basically rehabilitating our muscles and getting them nice and warmed up for the rest of the week, because we have 800-pound squats this week, and we're getting to a little different bit of training where it's almost like we've got kind of like cube method, where you only have 1 heavy day a week. That's what next week kind of looks like. Probably we're gonna have the bench and deadlift sync up, since the swells and undulations of the bench are they don't correspond with squats or deadlifts, but it like they sync up sometimes with either squats or deadlifts, and we're looking at a position where they're syncing up with deadlifts after this week. Maybe I don't really know. I've got a 7x2 at 465, so we're it's like a light bench day, but high volume, so that's cool, I guess. But today we've been talking for 3 minutes at this point. I haven't even mentioned today, other than always finger your ex. It's a good time, and if you get off by getting them off, win-win for everyone, honestly. So reverse grip lat pull down. I walked into the gym today and I had a little bit of an achy, like angry lat, and I was like, good thing we've got this day. We're gonna really be able to floss this out with some lat pull downs, and that's exactly what we did. We really emphasized the the stretch in the reverse grip lat pull downs, and it benefited. I left the gym today and my lat isn't achy breaky heart anymore. It's actually swole motherfucking bull, you know. And so that was good. We did the head supported rear delt flies, and after doing the reverse grip lat pull downs, I was like, all right, so what else can I emphasize this stretch with? Like we always emphasize the stretch, but we never like push or like pull ourselves into the stretch, where today I really I almost used internal muscles to push external muscles to get an extra stretch. I don't really know how to describe that because I'm not an exercise scientist. I'm just a guy who benches more than your dad and your Uncle Larry combined. So we really emphasized at the bottom portion of the rear delt fly. I wonder if people know that if they stop in the middle of a crosswalk while cars are coming at them, it's not gonna, the cars were gonna stop anyways. It's like deer in headlights. We emphasized the stretch at the bottom, which really got our lats a nice, not lats, but like the rear delts a good nice stretch. So it, like everything compounded into like a really good stretch day today, and I'm really happy for it. And then the push-ups, we opted for a wider grip on all the push-ups to really target the internal part of the chest, because that has been getting a little tight recently because I'm driving around with my elbow up on the window sill thing in my car. So that's getting tight just being up, and like not contracted or anything, but it's like, you know, it's not having the best of times or the worst of times. Sorry, I got interrupted there. I saw a $39 order, and I was like, oh my gosh, I got to match with it. And then when I hit match, it was already taken, and I also noticed that it was a Walmart run, and absolutely fucking not. So I kind of dodged a bullet there, because I am doing Uber Eats after training. I got my slutty t-shirt on, and hopefully I get more tips for showing some nips. You know, boys, that's the key to, that's capitalism right there. Show them what you got, and what I got are really big titties, because I bench big. Yeah. Talking about these e-girls out here with them fake titties. Mine are all natural, mostly natural. They're all muscle and adipose tissue, boys. Natural in that manner. Yeah. Anyways, we got a good stretch in both the rear delts and chest, which I'm really happy with. I'm really happy with that stretch. And then we moved on to the incline dumbbell bench, supersetted with itself, and like it felt a lot easier than it has in the past. We haven't changed the weight on it at all with a lot of things. We haven't changed the weight on a bunch of the accessories on this day in a while, in a hot minute. So the fact that things are getting easier means that we're recovering better and we're getting stronger, if not both. It was an either or there, but I used the word and improperly. It was an either or, probably, maybe, possibly both. But you can't really track those variables. So really, whatever it is, it's a positive thing going on. It was a lot easier. We got a better range of motion, and the slow eccentrics were slower. I was able to control a little bit more. We weren't running into the brain freaking out because we're getting a hypoxic response, which is the biological, I guess, the nerd word for feeling the burn. So we got some positive benefits out of that as well. And then we moved on to the chest-supported seesaw zero acceleration rows, really emphasizing on that squeeze and trying to get a good mind-muscle connection there, and really working on getting a good stretch at the bottom there. I don't get the best stretch out of this movement, but it's really good at increasing your body's adaptability to time under tension and really get good at being under pressure. So I guess it's good. I just don't like having my face smeared into the bench, and then like I put my head to one side and I'm like, how do I reduce the amount of hunchback of Notre Dame levels of symmetry going on? And I'm like, well, I got to go the other way. This way isn't as comfortable, and I overthink things, and it's just uncomfortable to do. But I guess the best things to do are the uncomfortable things, like talk to girls. Girls, it's uncomfortable to talk to them because you can't talk to them the way that you talk to the boys, because that is how you get maced. Even once the girls who say they're one of the boys, they're never one of the boys. They think they're one of the boys. They're not. They're not. If you're a girl out there and you think you're one of the boys, your boys are still censoring themselves when they're around you, because like none of them will actually do what they want to do with you, to you. All right, we're getting towards the hot spots of the what's coming in today for the Uber Eats. I just drove past one of the kind of busier spots on the weekend. It's a Sunday, so it's like maybe it's busy, maybe it's not, and then the other places are a little more consistent. It's Uber Eats and marijuana just go hand in hand. So late at night, alcohol, bad decisions, and marijuana, yeah, you best believe your Uber Eats, it's not even, your Uber Eats is gonna get flooded by potheads and drunkards, which is cool because you're keeping them off the roads. So fulfillment there. Then we finished off with dumbbell curls, lighter, 3x20, 30 seconds rest, and then dumbbell curls heavier, 3x8, 2 minutes rest. Now, the 30-second rest, it really teaches you what kind of man you are, because you think that you're big and strong, and then you bust out the 15-pound dumbbells because you're not really as strong as you thought you were. You thought that you had big and strong biceps, but that's fake strength because you don't have the endurance to back it up. And I'm not convincing you guys to go into CrossFit, because like it's okay to be gay, just don't force your friends to be gay with you, you know? So not convincing you to do CrossFit or pull sumo. Unless you like dick, then you gotta pull sumo. But because your boyfriend's really spreading your hips and you're able to get better in position like that. That's why the gays are better at pulling sumo than the straights. Except for the straights who are in the closet. Then they can pull conventional. But don't think too hard about it. That's how you get an aneurysm. We're not here for smart thoughts. We're here for hot thoughts. Spelled THOTS. And absolutely none of them associate themselves with me, because I'm large and I'm hairy, and I don't really remind them of their dads because their dads were pussies. So I have a dad bod, but I don't get the girls with daddy issues because their dads didn't bench over 225 in high school. I didn't bench over 225 in high school. So, did I? Yeah, I did. Never mind. But yeah, finished off with that. The light curls are humbling, and you really get a really good pump, and you get a really strong hypoxic response to the stimulus. And the hypoxic response, if I know I already mentioned it, but it's feeling the burn, getting the pump, knowing that you're in the hypoxic response tells you that you are doing which muscles that you're doing, and which muscles are getting depleted of their oxygen source, and which muscles are going to get prioritized for blood flow, because the hypoxic response is your body going, I'm lacking oxygen. I've used up all the oxygen, because when you contract your muscles, you're using oxygen. So the hypoxic response is your body screaming for oxygen, and the way that your body delivers oxygen is through your red blood cell, or is it through the red blood cell? It's through your bloodstream. So that is good. I can't turn around. Boys, we finally got a good order, but it's from Popeye, so it's going to be a junk order anyways. So that 3x20 really leans into that hypoxic response. So you develop, I forget, I wrote a book on this. I should know this better, whether it's fast or slow twitch muscles. I think it's slow twitch muscles. But you develop more hypertrophic muscle fibers. So you develop really big muscle fibers, and then you finish up with the I finished up with the 3x8 with 2 minutes rest, giving ourselves enough recovery time for hyperplasia to occur in the muscles, and build up the muscle fibers that way. So we build up lots of muscle fibers, and we build up big muscle fibers. So not in that order. We build up more muscle fibers, and then big muscle fibers. No, big muscle fibers, then more muscle fibers. Yeah. But all in all, I got a really good bicep stretch on those, doing the full supination on the 3x20, getting that good hypoxic response. So we're in a good spot. Our elbows are going to be nice and healthy for bench this week. And that is how the cookie crumbled today. I'm going to pick up this Popeye's order, and if my brain starts to rot, I'll let you know. All right, boys. Now, I like to consider myself a manly man, right? Spiders normally don't give me the heebie-jeebies, right? I mean, they're creepy crawlies, but they're just bros. They like to eat the pests of the world, the flies, the mosquitoes. They're homies, right? Let me tell you a little something about, there is a threshold between there's a spider bro and you have a spider problem. There are two factors. One of the factors is the size of the spiders being the size of a quarter. That shit, I'm like, you're a little too large. It's a lot like women. There is such thing as too big. Yeah, you can be pretty, but how do we know that you're pretty on the inside when you've shown an utter lack of discipline? Yeah. There is nothing more attractive than a driven woman, and you will never find a fat driven woman. Now put that on a Post-it and stick it on your fridge. Boys, I didn't count the number of spiders, but there was a nest would be a word to be used. There is a myriad of spiders at this gas station that I just dropped at, filled up at. Now, I saw one of the spiders, the size of probably a nickel, and it was right at the card reader. And I was like, what's up, spider? You gonna be my homie? You gonna be my bro? You gonna let me pay? And he was like, yeah. I saw a good 5 or 6 quarter-sized spiders making their way towards me. And I said, fuck this shit, because New Hampshire, now, I live in New Hampshire. There are wolf spiders. Those leave a mark. Those are big baddie boys. I don't know how to identify spiders, but there's jumping spiders. There's a lot of big baddies, and when you see a countless number of spiders at a position, you instantly feel yourself getting itchy. You feel very itchy immediately because you can't tell whether or not the creepy crawlies are creepy crawling all over yourself. So I did the manliest thing I could, and this was at a gas pump, so I couldn't just set it on fire because, you know, I also value my own life. I went to the other gas pump, which, now, it did not have the likely 50 quarter-sized spiders that were hidden amongst the crevasses of this gas pump. It had less, so I parked a little far away from the gas pump. And I said, you motherfuckers are not jumping on this motherfucker. And I filled up my car. So, at the end of the day, I did end up a manly man, and I pumped my gas at a spider-infested gas pump. But also, I was a little bit of a pansy because I wasn't willing to stare them down directly. My oppressors were spiders, but I survived. So, lesson from this story: you don't need to tell everything on the internet, because something around that, but the honest people do. I'm a man because I'm honest. There wasn't a Shelob. You know, thinking about it, Shelob, the spider from Lord of the Rings, has no right having such a name. You think Shelob is some chick who got that cake, and then it turns out she got that cake because she's a spider, and you're like, Shelob ain't finna let me eat tonight because she gonna eat you. When I was a kid, I thought Shelob was gonna be like a cute elf. It was not. It was not. It was not. Now I got the itchies all over me. But so far, been a pretty shit night. We did two deliveries because they stacked it up on itself, and then offered it to me, which tricked me. And that was $11. We're on another doubled up for $16, $27 for 3 hours. This shit sucks. But we chug on because we got bills to pay, and we got food to eat, and it is what it is, you know? Markets go up, markets go down, and I thought we were in a down part of a market, and little did I know it gets even further down. So, ooh, that was a car. Cool. But yeah, I'll continue with my existence, and you continue with yours. All right, nothing more of note happened, but we've got food. We've got 7 ounces of pasta, 222 grams of 96.4 beef, 390 grams of homemade pasta sauce, and 2 ounces of cheese. Yes, I am now measuring my cheese. I got my cheese approved by my nutritionist, Dietary, and she is now tracking that for me. She's policed it for me. I did not tell her that I was eating it. I just asked her if I can have it, and she said yes. I don't know what she changed on my program. I think we're just bulking for the sake of bulking, and we're not really looking at it's so the way that they're going about it. I'm going to keep my hand here because the light. They say we don't have a weight goal. We just want you to be as big as possible, as healthy as possible. So if my health starts to decline, or if things start to not look good internally, Then we're gonna stop the bulk, probably maintain or do a little bit of a cut. When maintain, I don't know exactly, but my scale died yesterday. 358, which is a little heavy for my liking. But if we get up to 367, that'll be on par with my pre-Joe weights. So we'll see how that goes. But I've been that big before. I've been bigger, but it's like I see that coming, and I'm like, I also know that the cut is coming too. And that's mentally difficult for me. I grew up with a very terrible relationship with food, but I'm going to eat this meal and I'm going to go the fuck to sleep. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Never. I'm going to sleep and I'm going to squat tomorrow. Today. Bye.